Hello friends, myself Subhash Nagarse from Sri Digambar Jain Gurukul High School, Solapur. I shall welcome to all of you in this session of 8th Standard Mathematics. The topic is Congruence of Triangles, part 1st. In this session, we are going to discuss with congruence of triangles and the test of congruence of a triangle. Friends, in the previous year, we have get introduced with the triangles and congruence of triangles. You know about triangles and its parts. In this chapter, we are going to discuss on the following important subtopics. That is congruence of triangles, tests of congruence of a triangle, SAS test, triple S test, ASA test, AAS test or SAA test, hypotenuse side test, that is RHS test. Today in this session, we are going to discuss with introduction to the congruence of a triangles. Friends, let us recall few things. Write answers to the following questions referring to the adjacent figure. Here you could see the triangle DEF. Depending on this, let us have few questions and answer to them. Which is the angle opposite to side DE? So naturally here it will be angle F. So angle F is the opposite to this side DE. Second question, which is the side opposite to angle E? Angle E is this one and opposite side means here it will be DF. So we can answer side DF is the opposite to angle E. Question 3, which angle is included by this side DE and side F? Naturally you can get this angle D. So answer will be angle D is the included by this side E and DF. Next question, which side is included by angle E and angle F? These two angles includes EF. Therefore, side EF is included by this angle E and angle F. And the last question, state the angles adjacent to this side DE. Angle F is opposite, so adjacent angles will become these two, angle D and angle E. So we can write angle D and angle E are the adjacent angles. So these are the questions, these are the basic things that you have to recall. Now let us see congruent figures. The figures which exactly coincide with each other are called as congruent figures. When they are kept one over the other, they completely overlap. So you can see here the different shapes of figures which are congruent. So if I take this triangle, in this, which is the figure matching with this? I think this is the matching figure for this. For this second circle, you could see this one. For this pentagon, this is hexa, this is hexa, this is the pentagon. This is the parallelogram which is matching with this. This is star, it is matching with this. This is the figure where this is matching with this one, and for this square, this one. The remaining figures could not match. When they kept one over the other, there seems to be only one. So such figures are the congruent figures. Observe the adjoining figures that we have discussed. The segments of the equal lengths are the congruent and the angles of the equal measure are also congruent. So I think you got this idea regarding these different shapes of the figures. Now, congruence of a triangles. Friends, you can see here two triangles. Observe the adjacent figure. Copy triangle ABC on the tracing paper. Place it on triangle PQR such that point A coincides with point B is with point Q, and point C is with point R. You will find that both the triangles coincide exactly with each other. That is, they are said to be congruent. In this activity, one way of placing triangle ABC on triangle PQR is given. But if we place point A on point Q, point B on point R and point C on point P, then the triangles will not coincide with each other. It means the vertices must be matched in a specific way. The way of matching the vertices is denoted by one-to-one correspondence. Point A corresponds to point B is denoted by A, and here you have to show an arrow on the both side. It is indicating that one-to-one correspondence. Hence, two triangles are congruent in the correspondence A to B, B to Q, C to R. Here one-to-one corresponding between the vertices you can see. When two triangles are congruent in this way, we get six congruencies, namely angle A congruent with angle B, angle B congruent with angle Q, angle C congruent with angle R, segment AB is congruent with segment PQ, segment BC is congruent with segment QR, and segment CA is congruent with segment RP. So friends, therefore it is said that triangle ABC and triangle PQ are congruent in the correspondence ABC, one-to-one correspondence sign PQR. Here there is no sign of the triangle because we are showing the vertices. Therefore should not write here triangle. Only vertices you have to consider ABC, one-to-one correspondence with PQR, and written as a triangle ABC congruent with triangle PQR. Now can you think and answer? This is the figure they have given in the adjacent side. In the adjoining figure, triangle ABC and triangle PQR are congruent. Their congruent parts are indicated by the identical marks. Consider the following statements. Here, this and this are the identical marks. This BC and PR has the identical mark. This and this one angles are also shown with identical marks. So we can get here triangle ABC and congruent triangle PQR. Therefore, triangle BAC congruent triangle PQR, and this one statement triangle ABC congruent triangle PQR. These triangles, which is the exact way, which is the right way of we have to give. So which of the statement is correct and which is wrong among these three statements we have to consider, and which is right, which is wrong we have to tell. So here triangle ABC and PQR means A is coinciding with this one Q, B is coinciding with P, and C is coinciding with R. So this will be a matching way. Therefore this statement is, we can say it is a correct one. Similarly the second, this one angle BAC, B is with P, yes it is right, A is with Q, it is also right, and C is with R, it is also right. This statement is also right. Here in the third one, A is one-to-one correspondence with P. A is with P, it is not possible. P is 90 and A is a circle. Therefore, if one is not matching, means the correspondence itself is wrong. Therefore, in this way, we cannot say these two triangles are to be congruent. Only these two vertices, if we consider the two triangles, we are getting congruent. Test of congruencies of a triangle. To show that a pair of triangles is congruent, it is not necessary to show that all the six corresponding parts of the two triangles are congruent. If three specific parts of one triangle are respectively congruent with the three corresponding parts of the other, then the remaining three corresponding parts are also congruent with each other. It means the specific three parts ascertain the test of congruence. We have learned to construct triangles. The three specific parts of the triangle which define a unique triangle decide a test of congruence. Let us verify this. SAS test, that is two sides and the included angle. Friends, if any two sides and the angle included between the sides of one triangle are equivalent to the corresponding two sides and the angle between the sides of the second triangle, then the two triangles are said to be congruent by SAS test. Friends, you can see in the adjoining figure, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Angle A, this is included between these two sides, that is AC and AB, and this angle P is included between this PR and PQ. So here in the adjoining figure, triangle ABC and triangle PQR, side AB is congruent with side PQ shown with identical mark. Side AC congruent with side PR and angle A is congruent with angle P. Hence we can say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle PQR. This is the SAS test. Now let us see triple S test, that is three side corresponding sides, side test. If all the three sides of one triangle are equivalent or congruent to the corresponding three sides of the second triangle, then the two triangles are said to be congruent by SSS test. In the adjoining figure, you can see two triangles ABC, triangle PQR. The sides, corresponding sides are shown with identical marks. So here in the adjoining figure, in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, this AB is shown with congruent with PQ. This BC is congruent with QR and this AC is congruent with PR. Therefore, you can say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle PQR. A as a test of congruence, that is two angles and their included side. If any two angles and the side included between them of one triangle are equivalent or congruent to the corresponding two angles and the side included between the angles of the second triangle, then the two triangles are said to be congruent by angle side angle, that is ASA test. You can see in the adjoining figure the corresponding angles and the sides are shown with identical marks. Friends, in the adjoining figure in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, angle B is congruent with angle Q. This side BC is congruent with side QR. Angle C is congruent with angle R. Hence, we can say triangle ABC is congruent with triangle PQR. Now, let us turn to the next test of congruency, that is AAS or SAA test of congruencies. The sum of the measures of angles in a triangle is 180, that we know. Therefore, if two corresponding pairs of the angles in a two triangles are congruent, then the remaining pair of the angles is also congruent. Hence, if two angles and a side adjacent to one of them are congruent with the corresponding parts of the other triangle, then the condition for this ASA test is fulfilled. So, the triangles will become congruent. You can see in the adjoining figure the two angles and one adjacent side of one triangle are shown with identical marks with the other triangle. So friends, in the adjoining figure in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, angle B is congruent with angle Q, angle C is congruent with angle R, shown with identical marks, and this side AC is congruent with side PR. Hence, triangle ABC and triangle PQR are congruent by this AAA test of congruency. Now, let us see the last one, RHS test, that is right angle hypotenuse side test. If the hypotenuse and a side of a right angle triangle is equivalent to the hypotenuse and side of second triangle, right angle triangle, then the two triangles are said to be congruent by RHS test. You can see in the adjoining figure, two right angle triangles are shown. If this angle and this angle, these two are right angles, therefore this forms a right angle triangle, and the hypotenuse and one side corresponding are shown with identical marks. In the adjoining figure, in triangle XYZ and triangle RST, angle Y and this angle S both are of measure 90 degree. So hypotenuse XZ, a side opposite to the 90 degrees, the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse XZ, this congruent with hypotenuse RT, you can see in the figure shown with identical marks. And side YZ, this one is congruent with side ST. Therefore, triangle XYZ and triangle RST are congruent by RHS test of congruence. Friend, I think all of you got this all test of congruencies. Now, let us see what we have been discussed today is congruent figures, then congruence of triangles, test of congruence of triangles, and those tests are SAS test, SSS test, ASA test, AAS test, and RHS test. Friends, will you try these questions? What do you mean by congruence of a triangle? If triangle LMN and triangle RST are congruent by LMN 1 to 1 corresponds to RST, then write the corresponding parts. In here you have to write corresponding angle and corresponding sides. Enlist the test of congruency. How many tests of congruency we have been discussed? State SAS test of congruence with figure. Explain RHS test of congruence with figure. So try to answer these questions in your notebook. So friends, you should not forget the famous words of Pablo Picasso. Action is the fundamental key to success. So friends, this action is very important in mathematics. You have to act to attempt the problems and practice them. So friends, if you like this video, please subscribe, share with friends, and don't to forget like and press the bell icon. With these words, I would like to say thank you.